What's up, homies? Welcome to another episode of the Homies Real Estate Podcast. This is your host, Anthony.
I'm Angel.
I'm a realtor.
I'm a lender.
And together, we're going to break down this crazy real estate market. It's the beginning of the month. Angel, what time is it?
Market update time for the county of Orange.
Orange County market update. And boy, this is a crazy market right here. You want to make sure you listen to this podcast. You want to make sure you actually watch it on YouTube because we're going to put all the charts there and it makes it easier to dissect. So we're going to go, as we usually do, rocket rounds. I'm going to go over all the data quickly. Me and Angel are going to dissect it, give our projections for the future, and then some words of advice. So let's just jump into it right now. We got the median sales price of Orange County. It's now at $1,062,000. Increased $37,000 since March 2022, and it's up about $170 something thousand since last April. So that's quite an increase. When we look at median price per square foot, another great indication of whether prices are truly increasing. Yes, they are. They increased about $13 since last month. It's up quite a bit. Right now, we're at $628 median price per square foot. Last April, we're talking $498. So it's an increase of about $130. When we look at active listings, how many homes are available to be purchased? We're looking at about 3,347 active listings. That's down 15% from a year ago. In April, we typically see somewhere in the ballpark of 6,000 to 8,000. So you can see that we have about half of that right now. When we take a look at inventory month supply, if there was no more homes listed in Orange County, it would take 1.3 months for the current homes on the market to be sold. That's incredibly fast. In a balanced market, we're talking about 5 to 6 months. In a seller's market, 6+ months. In a buyer's market, 6+ months. So you can see that you want to make sure that you got all your ducks lined up and you're ready to go because this market homes sell quick. Let's take a look at median days on market. It did increase from 6 in March 2022 to now 7, but still that's incredibly fast. That's so fast. You really only have a couple of days to show, a couple of days for negotiations, and bam, a majority of homes are already off the market. Yeah, and then lastly, I always like to look at, closed sales to see whether there's more or less closed sales than there was a year ago. Right now, we have 26% less closed sales for the month of April than we had a year ago. So you can see that there is, in general, less homes available to be purchased and then also less closed sales. So you want to make sure that you're really prepared for this market because it's a really tough one in Orange County. Angel, what catches your attention?
Orange County is a crazy market. Hard to say every month. It just keeps going up and up and up. Hasn't slowed down at all. At least I think with the LA County, there's times where we've seen a little bit of the market slow down a bit throughout the last couple of years, but not for Orange County. It's just continuing to go up and go up. Just shows how competitive the market is. Interest rates have been going up. Has not played an effect at all in Orange County, neither in LA County, which is kind of crazy that rates have gone up so much and it's still both markets are continuing to increase. Those days on market is again set. We went up one day, but 7 days is still it's ridiculous. So it's like Anthony said, you probably have the weekend to see. Monday you need to put offers in by Monday, Tuesday, and then a couple of days to review with counters. You have to be on it ASAP. Which if you listen to the LA County, I won't say it on this one just because it's a long story, but I gave a real life example of how competitive the market can be on a house in LA County that I did an open house on a couple weeks ago, and helping the realtor with some cross qualifications and things like that. I shared that story on the LA County podcast. It's a good listen. It's a good real life experience of why it's important to be ready in this market, making sure you're working with the right people, and that the team around you can get things done ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, to give a quick synopsis, this Angel did an open house, and each day there was 50 plus people or 50 plus parties that came to the open house.
Correct.
Tremendous amount of offers, but unfortunately, the buyer's agent that were submitting offers, they weren't prepared. There was bad communication between the realtor, the lender, and because of that, their offers didn't get accepted. So just a quick synopsis, I do recommend, like Angel said, listening to the Los Angeles County market update so you can get the full grasp of the story.
Yeah, but nevertheless, it's just insane, how much appreciation just in 1 year. 173,000. Insane.
Oof.
Insane.
19.4% year over year. And like that's how much it pretty much takes to remove mortgage insurance. So
yep. Yeah, it's doesn't seem like it's gonna slow down. Either way, today the Feds are meeting. We'll see how that affects it, if it affects the market. Even if the rates go up, I still think another 0.5%. Which is crazy to think. I still don't think the market will fall, or maybe it'll slow down a bit. But as far as the home prices falling, me and Anthony predicted it all year, that we still don't think their prices are going to fall this year, but we still expect at least a little bit slower of a pace, and that's not happening. It's still going up pretty drastically. But yeah, how I say almost every Orange County, this is just Orange County. Every Orange County market update, that's just kind of what it is now in Orange County. Is insane.
Yeah, Orange County is a rocket ship. I want to give you guys a couple quick little facts about Orange County. So the last time home prices in Orange County did not increase was September 2021. So it's been about 8 months now. And typically prices do decrease through the winter season, and they just didn't in Orange County. For median price per square foot, the last time prices did not increase was November 2020. Ever since then, home prices have gotten more expensive on a price per square foot basis. And this is actually, in my opinion, a better indication of whether homes are increasing in value than not. And you can think about it, it's almost 2 years now since prices in Orange County did not decrease or did not increase. So it's a really competitive market. You want to make sure that you have all your ducks lined up, because in this market, it's not just about who has the strongest offer, but it's also about who has the best offer packet, who has the best team behind the offer, right? And sometimes it's also timing, right? Like who's able to provide this the fastest, because if you provide it late, sometimes it's just too late. Sometimes they're already moving forward with another offer. The home's already active under contract, meaning that they're pretty much just accepting backup offers. So that's why sometimes you just want to be the first mover. You want to be the first one to see the property, be the first one to submit a very, very strong offer. And you want to make sure that you're following up on your offer day in and day out. Trust me, that makes a huge difference. So make sure that you have the right team behind you if you're a buyer, because that could be everything. Angel, any other pieces of advice?
No, Anthony nailed it right on the dot with that. Team is very important. Communication in this market is very important. And making sure you have a buyer's agent that's going to constantly be in communication with that listing agent, trying to get any nuggets from them to help make your offer a little better. As a lender, working with someone who's going to try to close your loan as quick as possible is very important. It's part of the game now. I think many realtors and many lenders understand it at this point, what needs to be done. And if you've been working with somebody for 6-7 months and nothing's happened, and especially if it's like the family, your friend, realtor, or someone you just got referred to, maybe that's not the right fit for you, right? Making sure you can find someone who's going to do all they can to get your offer accepted is very, very important.
Yeah, that's really important. Like Angel said, I really recommend, if you're a buyer and you're actively looking at homes, to create a group chat with the buyer's agent, the lender, and then yourself. And then really use that group chat as much as you can.
Yeah.
At least message each other at least once every 2 days, just to give each other updates, because that communication is really integral in protecting you as a buyer, so that your contingencies are in place, so that you don't forfeit any of your earnest money deposit, just to make the process as stress-free as possible, because it can be stressful if you don't have the right team behind you. I would also say, and I mentioned this in the Los Angeles County podcast, every time interest rates increase in value, right? Every time interest rates are higher than they were before, that puts downward pressure on prices, because now as a buyer, you're getting qualified for less. And when you get qualified for less, you can now bid less for homes, and then consequently homes are selling for less. So we're expecting interest rates to probably continue to increase. And as they continue to increase, there's more and more downward pressure on the median sales price and how much your home could potentially sell for. So if you're a seller that has been kind of sitting on the sidelines, watching your home appreciate, but you're just kind of trying to time the market, trying to see when you can get out, that time may come, right, in the next 3 to 6 months as interest rates start to approach the 6s and maybe even the 7s, because at that point it's going to be scaring away a lot of buyers, and at that point buyers should just be qualifying for a lot less. So just want to make sure that you're on top of that, and you're aware that home prices, although they typically increase year over year, because interest rates are now 2 times higher than they were just 6 months ago, and they could go even more higher. There's only so much that buyers can afford.
Exactly. No, definitely. I mean, I ran a scenario the other day, something I'm working on, but just kind of give people an idea of how much interest rate has affected qualification amount. It was interest rate at 3%, for that, and 3% was very doable. I think let's say about a year and a half ago, right? It was very, very doable to get around 3% compared to an interest rate, let's say at 5.5% now. 850 at 3%, I think was a better, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the numbers correctly, 850 with the 3% interest rate was a better monthly payment than a 5.5% interest rate at a purchase price of $700,000.
Yeah.
So it's $150,000 difference. Right?
That is crazy. Yeah. To give you an idea, for every increase in interest rates, it usually affects someone's purchasing power by about 10%. So you think about it, like interest rates are now 2-3% higher. So that's impacted people's purchasing prices by 20+%. Like that's a lot. So it's just something to consider if you're a seller, kind of waiting on the sidelines, trying to time this market and see when you can cash out for the most. Just wanted to give that nugget to you. Angel, where can we find you at?
At Your Mortgage Angel on Instagram.
At Your Mortgage Angel on Instagram. You know where to find us, at the Luevanos Group. I really recommend watching this podcast on YouTube, following us on especially Instagram. I think that's our most popular platform for Angel and I. And with that said, homies, please reach out if you have any questions. We're always here to help you, and want to wish you all the best. Take care, homies. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Hey, homies, it's Anthony. This podcast contains my opinions and is for educational purposes only. It does not guarantee any projections and should not serve as a basis for any purchase or sale in real estate.